Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno. I'm the founder of Real Men Real Style and a tailored suit, and I'm here to recommend to you the 10 tailors that I recommend. Now, these are custom clothiers. These are not off-the-rack stores or anything like that. That's a whole separate review. But I know a lot of you guys are out there, you're looking to spend good money on custom clothing. And before you do that, I want you to have, well, my opinion, because I used to own a custom clothier, and it is something that I've even created a whole book for you. Basically, I give you the things to look out for before you go out there and make a custom clothing mistake. I know, I've bought many suits custom made and they were mistakes. And I traveled to Bangkok, I traveled to Hong Kong, London, Milan, and I had suits commissioned, I had them built. I had the tailors tell me what they were making. Then I took them back here to the United States and I tore them apart. And I found certain areas of the world, you got to be very careful. Other areas of the world, you don't have to be as careful, but you're going to pay a lot more. So that gives you an idea of how I've got these guys ranked. It's not based off of who's number 1 and then who's number 10. It's more of, because I can't rank them that way. Everyone's got different styles. It's more of, at the very top, you're going to have possibly the best value, but you're going to have to really make sure you know what you want and you make sure you get it. Down to the last person I'm going to recommend, they're relatively expensive. However, you could go in there and they would work with you, and you can rest assured that they're going to make sure when you leave their shop that you're going to look great, and because you represent them. So, make sense? All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Number 1, who starts off the list? These guys are a great value. They're being made in China, and they're called Modern Tailor. Modern Tailor, great company. I've got some of their shirts. I've checked out their jackets. This is a good quality and a great deal. Now, it's not going to be Savile Row, I'll tell you that. But when it comes down to it, you're going to find that if you're traveling, or let's say you're in a remote area and you want to be able to buy via the web, this is going to be a great option for you. In addition, these guys, they know what they're doing. They're making thousands and thousands of suits, shirts, and you can zero in. So I would recommend, and they've got a great system where you can actually go in and you can get a test shirt. You'll pay a little bit of money for it, but use that test shirt to zero in on getting what you want. Modern Tailor. Guys, I've also got a code that you can use to get a certain percentage off of your first garment with them. So make sure to check with that. I've got that in the book. In addition, I'll have it down in the comments so you can use that code. Okay, number 2, Monte Carlo Tailors. These guys are out of Bangkok, and I know the founder, Roger. He's a personal friend of mine. He went through my style system, and I know really what I like about what Raja does is he'll work with you via Skype to look at your clothing, to look at the fit after he sends it to you. And again, he's going to be very similar to Modern Tailor in terms of he does the remote. Now with Raja, you're going to get a little bit more of a personal touch, but he's still growing, and it depends on whether or not you want to work with a Chinese tailor, whether you want to work with a Bangkok tailor. I would tell you the difference is Hong Kong and Shanghai, they've probably got a higher concentration of skill level, but Bangkok, you're usually going to find a better deal. And that's not 100% true, everything what I just said there, but I would say on average. But everyone I'm recommending here, and I've got another Bangkok tailor I'm going to recommend, believe me, both of these guys are good. Now, let's go to number 3, and this is going to be back into Hong Kong and Shanghai. And some of you guys may wonder, why do I have these guys so low? They're relatively pricey for their location. WW Chan. And my only issue with WW Chan is occasionally someone will bring back a suit, and I'll be looking at these on Style Forum or Ask Andy, and I'm not impressed with what I see. Other times, I see amazing things. So I have WW Chan here, and they've got a very strong reputation. You can't buy from them remotely. You're going to need to travel to one of their offices. You can go to their website and see where they're at. I have no discount deal with these guys. However, they've got a solid reputation. But again, you need to know what you're looking for, and you need to hold their feet to the fire in the fitting to make sure you get exactly what you want. Number 4, Mr. Ned. So out of New York City, I'm not sure if he has any other offices. The big issue with Mr. Ned is you're going to have to go to New York, and the weight for some people is not something they want to deal with. However, when it comes to value, he's one of the best values here in the United States. Number 5, Blank Label. So My friend Fan over in Boston, he owns Blank Label. And when Blank Label started, I think it was back in 2007, I remember watching this company come up. They started a bit lower, I would say, in the price point. They've since moved up, and now they've got offices that you can go visit in Boston. Really an amazing company, an amazing founder, and that's probably what most impressed me about this company is the way they take care of you. And their focus, what they learned over the years, is that people really care about fit, and that's what they focus in on. So you'll need to, that you can buy online, but I suggest if you're in the Boston area, and look where they've got a few of their other stores, stopping in, say hi to Fan and his team for me, and check out Blank Label, a great company. Let's go into number 6. And these guys are on the other side of the world. So I'm going to take you over to Moscow, in Kyiv, and Minsk. And if you're in that part of the world, you want to check out Imperial Tailors. Now, what's interesting about Imperial Tailors, and I actually had my first ever custom suit and shirts made by Imperial Tailors. Good quality. You're going to pay a little bit more in price, and they have all of their stuff made in Shanghai. Their tailors, though, are right there in those areas of the world. And I was getting married in Kyiv, Ukraine, and then I went, I was looking at business schools. I bought from them, and I didn't know exactly what I was doing. This is, again, one of my first custom suit and custom shirts, and they did a very good job. To this day, I still have this clothing. It's a little bit tight on me. For some reason, it shrank. Now, I've gotten a little bit bigger since my, back in, was that 2004, 2005. However, they still have as clients presidents and some of the top people in that part of the world. So check them out, Imperial Tailors. Number 7 on my list is going to be NARIN Couture in Bangkok. You want to go check out NARIN. If you can, he is, in my opinion, one of the best in all of Southeast Asia. I've worked with NARIN. I have seen, let's just say I've seen hundreds of his suits and shirts. I own probably 10 of his shirts, 3 of his suits, 2 sports jackets, and I can tell you his stuff is second to none. The issue, though, with NARIN Couture is you need to know exactly what you want. He went to, and don't be surprised that he's in Bangkok. That's where his family's from. He's a 3rd-generation tailor, Bobby is. But his parents sent him to the same design school that Yves Saint Laurent went to in Paris. And I mean, this guy really knows his stuff. He chooses to live in Bangkok, though. But you need to make sure you know what style, because he makes, he's got English guys that come in and he'll make the British style. He'll have the French, his French clients come in and he makes the European style. He has his Americans come in and he'll make the American style. But you need to know what you want, tell him exactly, and hold his feet to the fire in that first fitting so that you get exactly what you want. But once you've got that, once he's got you dialed in, one of the best deals in all of Southeast Asia. Okay, so number 8, Thomas Mahan over at English Cut. And this guy used to work on Savile Row, went off, started doing his own thing. He travels, I think he's in San Francisco, he travels to New York. I'm not sure where else, maybe Chicago or Dallas. But he's he's outside of London now. But this guy got a great blog, and he makes amazing clothing. If you can catch him, if you can find him. I know he's got a limited amount of time that he's able to bring people on. Number 9, right in Chicago, Richard Bennett. So I've been to Richard Bennett's store. I've inspected the merchandise. I've watched him through the glass actually make clothing. Great company. Check them out if you're in Chicago. Now, notice these guys are increasing quite a bit in price. And finally, I'm going to end this with number 10, Henry Poole & Company. And I probably could have chosen a few other companies on Savile Row, and that's where I'm going to end it. Because if you want the best in the world, and money is not an object, then you need to take a trip over to Savile Row or go to German Street, and you're going to see some of the best clothing made in the world. So that's my list, guys. Let me know what you think. Modern Tailor, Monte Carlo, and actually Blank Label. I've got some special links that you can follow, and you can get a really sweet deal just by following that link. And let me know what you guys think. Take care. See ya.